you heard about that, you gotta go check it out. It's an incredible creative mode island put together for us competitive folk. That's right. We can all hang out there. I'm including myself in there, also being a competitive player, that can have some great times. There's 2 different types of little games in there, mini games. A shooting one, the 2v2 box fight. There's an in-game shop there that you can add stuff to your locker to. There's the Hall of Champions, reminisce on times past, and of course an incredible stage there so you can hop in from the game and watch how you're watching now, but then you can do it with your friends and emote and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Go check it out. It's Legends Landing. And finally, we got to talk about the newest champion to join the roster of champions that is the Outfit series. That's right, friends. Check this out. It's a Chapter 3 Season 1 champion. It looks so good. There's a back bling in the shop right now, as well as a track and this cool new outfit. So if you want to add them to your locker before they disappear, make sure to check them out. Reese, Boop, I think this one is going to get added to my locker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I didn't sound enthusiastic when I said that, but I actually was. I got it today. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, yellow's not my color personally, but yeah.
There you go. There you go. Thank you guys so here to the finals. 2 days of incredible competition. But Boop, what has led us here? What has duels been through to get here?
It felt like such a long time ago, but yeah, we had 2 qualifiers in week number 1, 16 viewers coming through from the open qualifiers, and then we went over to the heats in the semifinals. 18 of those came through from consistency, and then 16 game winners in total. We're now in day number 2 of the finals, and we have 6 games today of very exciting content, and we'll crown our champion of duos today as well.
You want to look at the point format, so how the players are actually getting those points. With the top 35 teams, you're going to start getting the placement then. Once you get the top 25 teams, you can see on the right side, every threshold from there on is just 1 additional point. Until you get up to 3rd, we're going to start getting 2 more points, and obviously up until the Victory Royale, which will be 32 points. That is total, so cumulative. Every single elimination also being worth 3 points in there as well.
And we cannot forget, along with the Acts of Champions, there's also prize money. Here is a look at all 7 regions and their prize breakdown, but we can take a deeper dive, right? We can see what the placement looks like for us specifically in Europe. As I kind of stated before, $300,000 going to that number 1 duo, but I do just want to stress, even if a duo that you're like following does not make first, if they can say go from like, let's say outside of top 10 into top 10.
No sé. Yo dije que no sé, literal.
Hola, bro. ¿Qué tal? ¿Bien? Nah, vamos a... bueno, íbamos a jugar un trío.
Mm,
¿Quieres?
literal.
Está Pablo y Hugo.
Sí.
Pero Pablo, el de la otra clase. El Pablo José, ese, como se llame, sus apellidos y todo eso, no sé. Es que íbamos a jugar un trío, pero justo te uniste ahora.
Como que estaba en directo.
Es de la FNS, bueno,
Bueno, pues a un escuadrones.
si él...
Mejor.
Bueno, pues... Sí, sí. Bueno, chao.
Pero está grabando.
Hugo, ponte a Ricky, es normal que vamos a ser típicos hermanos locos. Ortiz.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Vale. ¿Cómo que en directo eres youtuber? Lo seguiré. Ya lo eres. Mm, después se lo digo. No, no me gusta el fútbol, digamos. No por aquí que yo he ido a la
I'm actually a little bit more
La
concerned
escucho.
with Reason and Vidil, who are contesting up to that north side, because they started to drop down the leaderboards a bunch. They played 2 good games and then had 4 pretty much 0-point games after that. So they've gone from like almost first down to like 20th now. And I'm thinking the reason that they started doing badly was because they weren't taking those early and mid-game engagements. So I'm thinking, is Reason and Vidil going to come into this and think we're just going to fight Andalex and X-Squeeze off spawn, get our surge, and play the rest of our games out? So I'm a little bit concerned for our current 6th place team of Andalex and X-Squeeze.
Yeah, you make a good point of Reason and Video, right? They are, they have the Storm Surge plan, right? And usually it goes well, and then when it doesn't go well, then, they resort back to those other tendencies, okay, let's WQT for Surge, because that's what they know what to do. And that's a little bit scary for Alex and X-Squeeze, because you just never know what's going to happen with such aggressive teams nearby to you. But, Alex and X-Squeeze, I think they have that experience. Alex is starting to see him struggle just a tiny bit, trying to find a duo, but he has that chemistry with X-Squeeze now, insane cash cut placements, and he's showing it now, with a very weird off-spawn situation, but it seemed to work out for him, and hopefully they'll come out unscathed.
Hopefully, right? That's all we can hope for in day number 2. Guys, I'm very excited to talk about this next duo. It's Rolls and Clown, currently sitting in second place. So they're over at Sunflower Sapling, and this is their first FNCS finals as a duo. These guys, like, to me, they're almost like the next generation, right, of up-and-comers here. The thing for me, though, is, Boop, we don't actually know a lot about this duo in particular this season.
Yeah, so let me hit you with a little bit of a statistic real quick. Clown, in his first FNCS qualifier, not with Grows, placed 5,415th in the Open qualifier. Grows also didn't qualify past the Opens. You know, after that session, they went on Twitter, they tried to find a duo. The boy Jenks hooked them up, got them back together, and since then, it has just been magic. I messaged Grows on Twitter, asked him a few questions. He said, we played 4 games in Arena together, 1 Cash Cup, and all of a sudden, they're second place in the FNCS finals. I mean, who can even compare that? That's a ridiculous Cinderella story. I mean, I'm excited to see how they can do today.
Yeah, I think interestingly on top of this, right, like, you've mentioned that they've not really done much before this. They get together. It's a wonder duo so far. I'm kind of interested more in the set lobby environment, right? Like, we've seen them play 2 different set lobbies because they didn't make a single set lobby when it came to the qualifiers, right? They said it's qualifier 1, they didn't play together. Qualifier 2, they didn't make it to round 4, but they've made it through in consistency to the semifinals. And then they placed first, right? So it's like the first set lobby they played, they placed first. The second set lobby they played, which was yesterday, now they're in second place. So it's like, these guys, despite being more underappreciated, underknown players, are absolutely capable of popping off when it comes to a set lobby environment where the hardest of the hardest are.
Yeah, and they came with professionalism as well, right? This is one of the first finals together, but they've been landed on by multiple duos as well, and they overcame that adversity. And that shows, a bunch of experience that they don't really have, but, that's incredible mental fortitude.
I'm telling you, man, I'm excited to share more about their story and learn just more about them, because to be able to show up in the finals, especially like on a new map, in a new meta, in a new setting that is not trios but duos, and they're holding second place. I'm loving this duo a lot, and I can't wait to see what they can do today. So let's shift gears once again. Let's talk about feel-wise. Yesterday we talked about Tilt Towers. Today we got to turn attention to Sleepy Sound. We've got Joe and Vino going up against Chapix and Seti here. Yesterday, it did not go in the favor of Chapix and Seti. Joe Vino actually came out on top, right, in a 3-2. And then Chapix and Seti decided to kind of bail on the POI, maybe? Like, what are we seeing here, Boop?
Yeah, this is just an unfortunate circumstance. These guys are both potential FNCS winners if they were on con. You see that in the success of Veno and Joe. They're being, I think, after the 5 games, they were in ahead of Queasy and Hen, who are uncon on the North Sleepy side. So it's kind of an unfortunate situation for them. Yeah, you're correct. 4 to 5 games, Seti and Chapix were defeated by Joe and Veno, unfortunately for them. It's kind of a tough situation. I think Seti, himself, trying to find duos in the past, has struggled to sort of find a draw spot, try to go logjam. As you saw, he had the experience there. Chapix similarly went to Greasy prior with Janice, also struggled there against Nebs and Hellfire. So, I don't think they have many options left. I'm expecting to just go South Sleepy, but they're running out of options today.
Yeah, it is sad, because like Chapix and Seti is a team who has the potential to win an FNCS. Straight up. Like, they have both won previous FNCSs. Last season, actually, they both won FNCSs. So one being Grand Royale, one being in normal season 8. So it's like, these guys are so good. They put in the work as well, and I know it's going to be frustrating for both players. Like, I've seen Chapix already say this is the most work he's put in the season, and it's not paid off totally. For Seti, I mean, that's his entire thing, is working hard. So I know he's going to be disappointed right now, but day 2, they can definitely claw up to like a top 20, top 10 even if they play well.
Hopefully.
Right, and as long as they can do that, right, once again, this is life-changing amounts of money here. As long as they can place as high as possible. They've already made it to finals. They've already proven they are a top-tier duo. It is now just how far can we make it, right, at the end of the day. Let's talk about Chonker Speedway. So, friends, this one was super messy yesterday. There was 4 duos landing here at one point. Reese, talk us through the events of yesterday.
Look, I want to just point out the most important part here. Lincoln Default on the south side. We see Vortexry. I'm combining their name. That's great. I'm going to keep calling them that for now on. They ended up dipping out towards the later couple games. We already mentioned they went over to Covert instead. But really, Link's team has been able to benefit from this so well. You see the kind of mess that's going on the north side. We would just think these guys are going to push in, right? Link are just clearly moving into that north side third party. That's not what's happening at all. Actually, what's happening is they're just fully rotating out to the west side here and going against like Marine's team, who's over to the Butter Barn split. They're getting into an engagement. They're third partying. Every time they pushed in there, they pretty much pick up some easy eliminations, some easy points, and they're now in third because of that as well. So I'm wondering today, are they going to push more to the north side of Chonkers? Are they going to keep doing this? Because teams will have learned overnight what those strategies are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've seen Floki versus Lecce on that north side of Chonkers every single week. It's been a repetitive story for now. Lincoln Default making it kind of spicy, but, you know, they're making it work. I feel like they're not landing on too much loot, but getting, you know, being in third with that much and so much chaos around you and so much potential for things to go wrong, it's honestly just impressive. So hopefully they can continue on that trend as well.
That's right. Thank you, guys. The insight, unparalleled. So we have a few more minutes here before we jump on the battle bus. Let's actually take another look at the standings, right? Let's kind of fill in those gaps. We've talked about a few POIs, some duos, but what else can we expect, right? So looking at, you know, we've already talked about a lot about, let's say, like the top 5. One duo in particular we haven't mentioned too much today is DKS and Bad Sniper. They showed up kind of huge yesterday, right? They were actually making waves in these games. And then what I like about that in particular is the kind of ability to affect the lobby, right? Some of these duos, they just show up, and you just like, if you're in game and you're watching the elimination feed, you're like, oh, that's this duo, they just got elimination? They're close by? I guess I can't operate. I guess I just gotta, you know, walk away, Boop.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like all of these situations these players are in, it's sort of like the rising from the ash like a phoenix. I don't know, that's the best way I can describe it. DKS faltered against Benji early on. You know, they were splitting it initially, and then they tried to fight Benji, and they lost the spot, and now, you know, they're ahead of Benji in 5th place. You know, so much potential for things to go wrong in the draw spot, but, you know, it's going well for them.
Yeah, that was basically a story of whoever has the best drop, right, for the main building. Because DK's Bad Sniper, if they get it, they're going to land on the main building. If Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage get it, they're landing on the main building. The other team goes to the south. It's like, that's what's happened basically every game. Or they 50-50'd. And in that instance, it's mainly been Benji and Savage who have actually won off.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, there's just so much to unpack, right? There's just so many of these, like, super small details that if you're not, like, really looking for them, they might just go over your head, and you're like, what happened here? And it's these small details. Really quickly, let's remind ourselves of what those predictions were. Which of these duos we think could walk away? New duos champions. Me and Boop, we're holding it down. We believe, Boop. It's Thomas, Safety, and Tayson.
Please make it happen today. I cannot be losing against B-Sub, Shayo, and Levin. My ego cannot take it. Please, Tayson and Casters, please stop cursing them and saying they have good loot.
Look, me alongside Sharon and Levin also going for Hen and Queasy, but most importantly on top of that, my mum messaged me today saying she's rooting for Hen and Queasy as well. So, you know what? That's how could you not win when you've got my mum and me both supporting you?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, if you want to hear more from Boop and Reese, we'll be back between games to break down all the action. But for now, we're kicking off day 2 of the FNCS Finals here in Europe. We've got 11-2K. We've got Shayo Wager standing by. Now, let's jump on that bus. Here we go.
Motivation, drive, hunger, a yearning for greatness. 100 players still feel these emotions because there's 6 games still on the line.
This is the FNCS Finals, the second day at it. My name is 11-2K. I'm joined by Shayo Wager, and that emotion is what we live for. It doesn't get much better than this.
All right, now we have the Kings on high ground in first place with Pink and Anas. We have the next generation rolling through with Clown and Grolls, and past that through the Fire and Flames, Lincoln Default. You heard it on the desk. 3 people contesting the 11, and they're in the top 3 still. That's unheard of.
And the greatest thing about it is the fact that so much can change, right? We know with the nature of the format, we know all these teams from about 1 to 20 even have a chance to really go at it going into these final games. And who will be the one to take it is left to be seen.
We saw yesterday, one fight, one wrong call, a zone pull you didn't expect. Suddenly, it's a swing maybe for you. 59 points all the way towards the top, Benji Savage style. Or you're just dropping down to the depths, wondering what your next POI drop is. Well, there's no more day 3. There's no more what happens tomorrow. It's all on the line today. 6 games, and we'll start it off with 1 there, 11. But still, what do we expect? We'll have to see live off that bus. Game 1 is starting right now.
No, que están los jugadores. Ya empieza por...
Who can be in control of their own destiny? There's 6 games to decide. There's never been more nerves than this, right? This season, Chapter 3. So many new additions, new POIs, new duos, and we'll have a new champion at the end of the day. Right into Chonkers, the analysts broke it all down. Loads of action going here, and Swilliam is no secret. Oh, wow. Swilliam, I was going to say, isn't shy by any means, but he will be taken out rather swiftly. And so Floking Clement will win that battle on the north side. But we still know Default and Link will be lurking in the shadows, ready for their opportunity to get involved.
Yeah, everyone on the top three right now struggling a little bit off that spawn. Grols as well, hitting those shins over and over again. Zestin does not want to go down, and I can see the pattern too. It's top 3 versus 33 or 43 at this moment in terms of placement for Zestin and Hookah. They're still pushing in, and that's one of our Titans down.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, right? And this is what we were just saying. So much can change. One off spawn, lost, and that third place slot for them, unlikely to be there by the end of this one.
Yeah, if you're just joining us right now as well, you missed maybe the format explainer or what's really breaking down. You've only watched the Sunday because that's where, you know, the final banger games are prevalent. This is a 12-game format entirely, 6 games already played before. Everyone understands now their stakes, their story, and you'll see the cheese traps in play. Scram rolling through 15th place overall, up against what looks like Melody and Kefi right now. And unfortunately, he's stuck inside these mines. 36 rolls in and takes him down. Refscar's left alone.
Yeah, you saw Scram, he messed up the edit, and then he didn't have enough time to delay. I'm sure that's what his goal was, right? To delay as long as he could for Refscar to come to his aid. But again, a technical error, and it cost him his life.
Yeah, this is going to be de facto game number 7 inside that total format. Nice from Melody. You'll be noticing this throughout, I feel like, this entire first game 11. Everyone counter-stratting the stories and what happened yesterday from everyone who should be comfortable near the top.
Because they know, right? They know how powerful it is. If they can just get one of these games pop off in the end game, get a couple eliminations, the points really do stack up. The finest of margins are the difference, right, between these teams on the leaderboard. And like Zeke was saying, it's life-changing money. Everybody has an opportunity to push their way up high in the standings. It's just all about whether you can deliver in the moment. Vino and Joe, the team on our screens here, they very much delivered out of sleep.
No, privada, no te preocupes, privada.
Winning 5 of the games, or 5 of the off-spawn battles, I should say, that they had out of that spot.
It's a team mode though, right? There's no way Joe and Vino can push towards top 10 playing as solos, because I feel like that's what we saw yesterday over and over again. If they have to fix one thing...
¿En serio? Inicio, vale. No, el que queramos, no te preocupes. Bueno, lo que tú quieras. Sí, pim pim. Gunnar, Orador. ¿La minigam se vale o...? Vale, si ratea un poco y peto puedes avisar, ¿vale? ¿Qué? Voy a saludar a mis abuelos que vinieron, si quieres me puedes matar. Que voy a saludar a mis abuelos, que si quieres me puedes matar. aunque no sea de eso. Ya se puede ir para la construcción del otro, ¿no? Que yo de PvP apenas entiendo. No, me caí. Ah, no me caí. Ah, no, me caí, entonces. Buena. No te preocupes, que sin querer. Ah, vale, se puede. Si es con el directo, ¿no? Si no me equivoco. Si es con el directo, ¿no? Que se suscribe, que le dan like a este video, que se suscriba. ¿No? ¿Quieres que deje que es esa arma? No, como sé que es un poco spammer y rápido. A ver, que esto cómo se quita las construcciones. Reset. Vale, se lanza. No. Lo siento, no te preocupes. Sí. Vale. Sí lo sé. Voy a hacer mi truco. Ya tener la ciudad. Me podías matar ahora, pero bueno, aunque está abajo. Que si quieres me podías matar aunque está abajo. No, me caí del mapa. ¿Dónde estará? Ah, ahora la tienes tú, la tienes más. Ah, no. No hay límite de construcciones, José Luis. ¿Qué? O sea que lo que estaba haciendo no se valía. ¿Quién va ganando? Tú, ¿no? A ver, déjame recargar un momento. Sí, Play 5 igual que tú, ¿no? Vale. Ah, lo siento. Lo siento. Mamá me dijo que podía bajar. Vale. A ver, déjame un momento. Amigos, buscar amigos. La primera A en mayúscula, ¿no? Con E mayúscula, ¿no? Hay que meterlo en el... Tienes la PC Blues, ¿no? Y de imagen tienes el balón, ¿no? Pues ya está. Sí, ya está. ¿Te llegó? ¡Ay, qué increíble casualidad! ¡Oh! Ay, yo sé castellano. Bueno, Álvaro Castellano. Álvaro Castellano, vale. A ver, ¿es Álvaro con tilde nada? Aprieta lo de la Play. Te sale Game Base. En serio. ¿A qué juego? Vale. ¿Qué? Sí. Vale. Casi, ¿eh? ¿Ya? Me salió su cosita de hijón de minigunner por un momento. Ahora no. Y dándose más manco que... Tan, 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 tan. Para coger esto, voy por aquí, le voy por aquí, voy casi que no va. ¿Dónde está, bro? No, me refiero a la construcción, que no te encuentro. Sí, tengo la piel 5 en mi casa. Creo que es obvio. ¡Ah! 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 Buena. Adiós. Vale, vale, lo siento. Adiós. Yo mientras me voy de la sala, ¿vale? Ya terminé el directo. Llégame uno en compa, ¿vale? ¿O no? Adiós. Hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué pasó con Yasa? ¿Por qué se tuvo que ir?
¿Ganó el Barça?
Sí.
¿Cuánto?
2-1. Los 3 puntos para Yasa. Pero bueno. Están jugando una partida.
No, que no encuentro el disco.
Salte y jugamos dúos, por favor.
No, es que me voy a ir ahora.
Entonces, adoro el grupo y me pongo yo solo. Hasta luego.